My name is Greg Abel. I'm the Director of Strategy and Client Service and one of the co-founders here at Tailfin Marketing. We've been in business for about 13 years now. We do brand development and marketing, kind of everything from, what's your company name, what's your logo, what's your brand position, all the way up to TV commercials that you'll see on air here locally and across the nation. For people that are just starting out on their own, that are trying to come up with a way to take that great idea and turn it into a great company. There's a lot of different angles. For us, it always sort of comes back to being able to articulate what it is you are and how that's different than something that's already there. I think everyone's kind of done I have a great idea, and then you go do some research and somebody's already done it. Doesn't mean you're dead in the water, but you better be able to articulate how what you're doing is different. When I was in sort of the .com world, we saw lots of ideas on napkins that had huge checks behind them, where investors wanted to get in. It was still the same problem, is how do we make this, and so one of the biggest questions that we say is, how is this different than what's already out there? And it doesn't have to be wildly different. It could be, well, it's like that, but it's targeted more to this group. And it's like that, but it's more luxurious, or it's like that and it's more economical. But being able to have a defensible, real brand position that you can hang your hat on, so that I think one of the things that we see as the biggest problem, especially with startups, because they are so full of energy, is they lose focus. And they start to want to be all things to all people. Or they start to want to be the leader in a space where there's already a leader, and they haven't embraced the idea that they might need to be an alternative. So for us, I think that the big thing is being able to tap into that focus, find out what's different for them, and then be able to articulate it. So whether that's in sales materials or in a web presence, or in things that are even more novel, like whether it's advertising or a promotional effort. But what are the things that are going to make people remember that brand and remember what makes them different from other brands that are in their space? Because inevitably, if you're a new idea, unless you're truly 100% original, there's going to be somebody that's going to crowd you a little bit. You're in that competitive landscape, there's going to be somebody that abuts what you're trying to do. So being able to find that focus, stick to it, commit to it, and articulate it clearly, that's what we do to help. But it's one of those things that we can almost spot when somebody's coming in the door, whether they're going to be successful or not, if they believe that their product is different and they can articulate how. The worst is when somebody comes in and says, we've got this great new idea, and we say, that seems exactly like that idea. And they're like, no, it's all totally different, but they cannot communicate how it is different. That's one that we usually kind of bag and tag that one and say, it's probably not going to make it all the way there. But it's finding that focus and differentiation, which we've tried to do here. We say that we have small shop agility, but we have big agency smarts. So you don't pay for $1 million lobby in this building, but you get that same level of expertise and that level of service that you would get with a major agency. So we've tried to carve that out as best we can in this space, and so far, knock wood, but over a decade going, doing okay.